Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Calvin. So today we are going to do a very good thing for vegans and vegetarians. This is something that is protein packed, vegetable based, a lot of herbs, and a lot of big flavors coming at you. So today we are going to do falafels, so get your pitas ready, get some tzatziki sauce ready for this, get a salad ready for this, it's any way that you want it. Today, what we're going to be doing is, in these times it's a little bit hard. Not going to lie, I grabbed the last bag of garbanzo beans at the store. So feel free to improvise with what you can find. You just need a dried bean that you're going to soak overnight to rehydrate. You don't want to get a canned bean that's already hydrated, that's in a liquid, because the whole idea is that we rehydrated this and now it's a clean slate that we're going to be putting all the flavors into. If you have a bean that's already hydrated, has all that liquid that's been sitting in for a while, it's hard to get the same flavor into it that we're trying to. So we start off with 2.5 cups of dried garbanzo beans that we've rehydrated overnight. Now what you want to do is measure this before you hydrate it. It's going to be a different portion if you measure it after you've hydrated it. We also have half of a white onion, 3 cloves of garlic. I have just a good size of dill and fresh Italian parsley. I have 4 tablespoons regular flour, baking soda. We're gonna have 1 tablespoon. Now this is our leavener, like we've talked in our last couple of episodes, things that make the air and everything aerate into breads and stuff like that. So there's different kinds of leaveners that we're using. For this specific recipe, it's baking soda. And then I also have 2 tablespoons of cumin seed and 1 tablespoon of fennel seed. So, as you can see, we do a mixture of fresh herbs, dried herbs, but you're going to get more flavor if you use the actual seed. We are going to grind everything together so you don't have to worry about big chunks of seeds being everywhere. But you're going to get more flavor out of this. We want to toast this and get as much flavor as possible. So, what we want to do now, get a pan nice and hot. And we're just going to quickly toast the seeds that we have, cook off. You just want to sweat the garlic and onion a little bit. You can throw it in raw just like that, but I think this is a little bit better way. But again, if you just feel like throwing everything into there, feel free. So as we're heating, we want it on a medium-high heat. Just get all of that seed into there. You got to keep a very close eye on this. We're going to dry pan just while we have this, but it's something that's super small. The burnt flavor will go straight away, so just keep moving it around, and you're going to smell it as it's starting to get ready. Super quick, just a couple, maybe 30 seconds altogether. And that's when you want to come in with the onions, come in with the garlic. Just toss that around. Throwing that into there is going to stop. Now all of the focus is not just on the seeds. You're going to get some of the moisture coming out of the onions, some of the moisture coming out of the garlic. So that's going to kind of stop the process. Once you have it there, get a little bit of oil into there. Don't go crazy with the oil, because the more oil you have, the greater chance that you have of your whole patty coming apart. And that is the last thing that you want. So you can you're filling your entire house with aromas right now. You can smell it, it's just everywhere. So now we're at this stage where you can see the onions, nice translucent, losing their color. Let's just kick it off. This is just kind of serving as our mixing bowl right now because we want to kind of use the moisture that the beans have right now to make sure all the flavors off the bottom, off the sides of the pans are all getting incorporated into this. So now we just want to add everything else that we have for it. You don't want to have the flames on when you're adding these fresh herbs because you want the nice contrast of you're biting into the falafel, the outside is a little bit browned and the inside is nice and green. Flour is just acting as a binder here. I just want to get all these mixed. And then we are going to add this to the food processor. You don't have to go crazy with the food processor, you just want everything coming together. After that, you're going to throw it into the fridge about half an hour. But you just want everything to be cooled down so you can start forming the patties and then we can go from there. So let's get all this blended up and into the fridge. All right, so we've taken our mixture, which I did forget to add some salt to it, just to add a little bit at a time as you're sauteing it. And, you know, there's nothing in it that's gonna get you sick. So just taste it before you put it into the fridge. See, maybe it needs some acidity. Maybe it's not blending perfectly. Maybe it needs a little bit more moisture. Add a little bit more olive oil. Get some lemon juice, get some lime juice. The acidity, you add that to that. It's gonna work in a way where you're not adding a lemon flavor to it. You're enhancing the flavors of all the fresh herbs that you put into it. So the lemon, the acidity, works as a way to kind of boost your palate towards these. So by adding those things, you're just giving it those little tweaks that really enhance it a lot. So we've done that mixture. We added the acidity, we added the olive oil, we added the salt as we went. Once it's cool enough to handle, form it into uniform patties. You could do, if you're gonna, what I wanna do with these is just pan fry, which for pan frying, it's really nice to have the two even surfaces so that it doesn't roll around in it. You don't have one side cooked more than the other. But if you're doing just a straight deep fryer one, you can do the balls. But this way it's gonna, you know, it uses less oil. It's a little bit easier to just handle. Maybe it's a little healthier for you. I'm not too sure about that. But that's what we're gonna do. So our oil is nice and hot. Drop it right into there. And you're just kind of reforming these right before they go in to give them the best chance. If you're finding that they're breaking apart when they're cooking, you know, just with the rest of your mixture, add a little bit more flour to it. Maybe give it some more time just for the flour that you have in there to soak up everything and kind of congeal a little bit more. And once you start to see some nice browning on the edges of these, that's when you're going to take it towards. Always when you're flipping something in a pan with hot oil, flip away from you. That way the oil is not coming back to you. So same thing when you're laying a chicken cutlet into the oil, anything like that, always do it away from you. All right, let's see, losing a little bit to the sides, but for the most part, staying together. If you see them popping up more where the sides aren't going to get cooked, just kind of press it down a little bit into there. Now you could also just make these patties, throw them onto a sheet tray, put them into the oven, just brown them up. Again, there's nothing in this there's no raw eggs, there's no raw meat. There's nothing in there that's gonna get you sick if you undercook this. So just find the way that works best for you. And that was ideally what we're looking for. When it's nice and browned on the outside, you don't want to go too far with it. So you're going to get that nice contrast of seeing it. It's going to, it's brown from the outside, but then once you actually bite into it, nice and green. And this is something, make a big batch and then just kind of make a couple as you want. Make a couple every day. It's a mixture that will last for a good amount of time. The only thing that you might see is that after it's sat for a couple days in the fridge, the flour has really taken up most of the moisture. So if you wanted to add some more at that point, wouldn't hurt it. There we have it. Even if you went through the whole process and forgot salt the whole time, get a little bit of salt as it comes out of the fryer as well. And there we have it. Just enjoy it as you want. This is for the vegans, the vegetarians, every family has them. So this is a really good recipe just to have in your belt, just for those gatherings and everything. It's really good for the summer coming up too. It's light, it's fresh, and it's got all these different herbs and spices, everything working together. So I'm gonna enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time.